Welcome back to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation as we wrap up week 4 across the Arenalacrosseleague with the second half of our doubleheader as the Six Nations Snipers entertain the Toronto Monarchs. Once again, Lance Wynn alongside JVI Productions, starting goalies for the Monarchs. It'll be Sam Haynes, and at the other end, Dusty Hill gets the call for the Snipers. Officials for our second game, Simon DeSouza is the crew chief. He's working with Mac Daddy Abbott and Delaney Dupont. Head coaches for Toronto in his first season, Nick Krepensek. His assistants are Justin Wilson-Kirby and Ryan Kelly. And for Six Nations, Darcy Palace is at the helm. His assistants are Vince Longboat and Derek Searle. So we are underway here. Opening possession belongs to the Snipers. Of course, winners of 2 straight coming into this one. Toronto the same. First shot of the game, right on target, and a good stop by Haynes. But a fresh 20 now for the Snipers to work with. Mitch Zulian out there working alongside others. And just like that, if you blink, you missed it, as Jeremy Bombury on the board first. And the Snipers open the scoring here with just under a minute to go here in this opening quarter. Snipers, of course, winners last week over the Peterborough Timbermen 16-13. Monarchs were winners of that shootout in Brampton, 23-20 the final there. So both these two teams working right as violation. And keep an eye out, Kanari Sugihara for the Snipers, one of the best face-off men in the Arenalacrosseleague, as they get set to work with Colin Armitage. Working around, looking inside, not able to connect with Keelan Pilon, and welcome back to the lineup as back from injury. And take a look there, doing the job, Avery Steinbeck Parker, lighting it up for the first time here today, 2-0 for the Snipers. So this certainly the best and quickest start for the season here for the Snipers as they come in a bit undermanned. And Toronto hasn't even had an offensive possession yet, as off the draw, Sugihara had it, fighting for it. It's loose, and now Toronto will pick it up, and it's Pfeiffer. So keep an eye. Parker Pfeiffer, of course, one of the leaders out there. Patrick Thompson playing offense full-time this set. Tanner Buck. No Jordan Dance in the lineup for the Monarchs. That, of course, a big piece. And Pfeiffer's going to go for a run with 10 on the shot clock. Runs into a roadblock, and Travis Stotts kicks it out to Buck. And a legal screen will give possession back to the Snipers. They'll scoop and go and look to move it up in a hurry. They'll get it up, and Bombury now on the half boards, left side, working one-on-one with Aaron Walker. Kick out, swing around, Chayton King out there as well. Had a notion, King. That's his spot, too, as that one saved by Haynes. Rebound, picked up, fresh 20. King, wrong stick side, looking down low. Backhand try, nothing doing there. Notable absences in the Six Nations lineup, of course, Wes Whitlow. And you talk about what he brings to the table, and Ty Argent still out with an illness this week as well. Kick back around. They'll start things on that left side, looking for an opening. Big shot there, but never got through to find the mark. And that was Lucas Ferreira now in transition. Snipers will look to attack. Armitage will wait for the rest of the offense to filter out, and they'll fill up that left side. So Pilon back after a knee injury, back in the lineup, and welcome back to the Arenalacrosseleague. We'll see if he can play himself into shape, as that one right off the pads and picked up. So first penalty of the game will go against the Monarchs. First power play will go to the Snipers. Coming into this game, the power play very effective for the Snipers, 64% efficiency. The penalty kill for the Monarchs has been good as well. They're at 50%. So Bombury will be at the top here. King's in that right shooter spot. Keep an eye on him as they'll look to work it around, give everyone a touch. Defense in a box, extended, back down to a 1-2-1 diamond setup. That one low and slipped in. So great ball movement. Chayton King, who started in that at the top, moved over to the right shooter, slipped down to the crease, and slid that 5-hole for a power play goal, 3-0 for the Snipers. So give Chayton King some credit. Talk about him being a bit of a one-dimensional player where all he does is shoot from that right shooter spot, but he's done a good job to change things. And off the draw, this time Ben Heidecker will get Toronto possession in the offensive end. Just their second look on offense, so a chance here now as off to a slow start are these Monarchs. So Pfeiffer now will look to work it. Riley Ford out there as well, working with Tanner Buck. Buck, kick out Thompson, swing around. 5 on the shot clock. That quick shot by Ford, stopped though by Hill. It's picked up, and now the Snipers will look to counter the other way. Good job by Mitch Zulian, and Stotts now will wait. He'll find the bench, give way to Bombury. So a different look out there with no Whitlow, no Argent. We'll see what the Snipers, so far a good start. Question is, how long does it last? Great job tracking down that loose ball by Pilon. Pilon now looking to duck in, takes a high stick, lets that one go. Wide of the mark. Sticks all over. Monarchs come away with it. They have possession. Get it over the timeline. Work it now. And it's Mason Kaminga. Kaminga looking to bounce off a check. Can't. Good defense there by Vredenberg. And setting things up now, Cody Innes looking inside. Good cross check out by Vredenberg. The switch forward will swing it around, and delayed call. It's going to be Mason Kaminga. Too much chopping and taking down of trees. He'll go for 2 minutes. And another power play opportunity for the Snipers. So with just under 10.5 to go here in this opening quarter, certainly not the start that head coach Nick Krepensek was looking for from his Monarchs. A good start, sort of what they have been accustomed to doing. Bombury now out there as well. Pilon with him, working on that left side. Chayton King back where he usually is. They'll flip, work the interchange. They do go to work. 10 on the shot clock. That one, good shot, seared aside though by Haynes. Fresh 20 now for the Snipers. Over 1.5 minutes left in power play. Chayton King, that's his spot. That one again. Haynes, good offensive rebound. 20 more. So the Snipers doing a good job here on offense, on the power play. Skip across, looking for the quick stick. Nothing doing. Now, and it'll get headed up the other way by the Monarchs. Jordan McKenna on the run. McKenna goes to the bounce. Great save, Dusty. Rebound, pocketed nicely by Tanner Buck. So a shorthanded goal for the Monarchs, and it's a great follow-up. Tanner Buck getting it in a different way than he usually does, but a much-needed goal gets the Monarchs on the board. They trail now 3-1. Just in case you missed it earlier today, it was a 17-4 commanding win for the Paris River Wolves over the Ohsweken Bears. Pick up their first W of the season. And now Mitch Zulian. He'll look. So Zulian on the defensive end of things here. As Bombury now, they'll go back to work with the man advantage with just under a minute to play here in this power play. Bombury lets it go. Haynes, good job on the bounce. Loose ball. Good fight there as Pilon battling for it in there. Snipers fish it out and throw it away, and it's picked up now by the Monarchs. 2-on-1. Now 2-on-2, and a good job to pull that out. And the Monarchs now will set things up. Pfeiffer will work with 10 seconds left in the man short. Pfeiffer gets chased. Good job defensively, but Buck will leave that right there. And the KG vet and Mike McLaughlin back in the Snipers lineup. Thompson now. So the Monarchs will need a little something out of Thompson. Of course, always a transition threat, but an offensive threat overall. Pfeiffer's going to work the top now. They're going to spread it. Man-to-man defense by the Snipers. Swing across, looking to Ford. Ford looking for an opening. Dumps it back, finds a Fife dog. He'll try to turn the corner. Can on Stotts. Chased around, trying to go to the net, and Shernan and Delaney DuPont made a great shot there, but that will go off the ref and out of play. So I believe that will be a possession change, or they're going to call it a draw ball. So probably the best call, because I'm not sure that ball would have went out of bounds anyway. It was dying seconds of the shot clock. I think if it goes off the goalie and then the ref, that might have been a little different. But either way, when in doubt, face off it is. So Kaminga's going to take the draw here against Sukahara. And I'm not quite sure that Kaminga really has a chance there, and that's clear. Zulian almost ran under that with one hand. That would have been a beauty. And now it'll be Toronto the other way with Merrick Leamy. Pfeiffer, half boards right side, zips it across on the skip, gets it back. Can't get it cleanly, but will roll out of there. And again, he'll try to work it to Buck. Buck gets a step. Makes a curl, kick out. Pfeiffer inside. Great save, Dusty, on point blank shot. Coming from Ferreira now, and the Snipers will work it over the timeline. Armitage will wait for the rest of the offense. And they'll work it around to King on the right. Good skip across. Armitage gets a screen, a hard one from Pilon. Nothing doing there. That from way out. Haynes steers that aside. Fresh 20 now for the Snipers to work with. We're under 7 minutes to go, opening quarter. King now at the top. They'll go to work now on offense. Swing around right side. Looking back to the left. Armitage gets a step. Tried to go slide that one short side. Haynes closed that up. Monarchs, though, and that's through the crease, the call. And with 6:31 to go in the first quarter, that will take us to our first officials' timeout. Set to go after our officials' timeout. 3-1 lead for the Snipers. Entertaining the Toronto Monarchs, of course. Both these two teams coming with identical 2-1 records. Buck now will work it. They'll swerk it with the give and go. Looking for Ford down low. Couldn't connect. Good job, Vradenberg. Gotten away, but that's it. 10 on the shot clock. Ford using his speed. On the run. Gets one. Rings it off the iron. So Riley Ford, he has been outstanding so far this season. That one found the iron. Managed to beat Dusty Hill, but couldn't find the mesh. Pfeiffer's going to pick it up. Work the fresh 20 now. Ships it across to Ty Jesso. That chance there, and Pfeiffer not happy. Zulian will zip it up, and on the run is Dougie Pallas. Pallas will wait and give way to Pilon. And I apologize if I was calling Steinbach Parker Pilon. That's my error, but Bombury is Bombury. And he'll work the top with 7 on the shot clock. They'll dump it down low. Got to go with it. That one, a big shot there. That one was from Pilon, right on. Monarchs still will pick it up. Good hands by Thompson, and Thompson will leg it up. This is where he's most dangerous. In transition, Patrick Thompson finds a man. Look down low. That overhand stopped by Dusty Hill. So a good shot, but Dusty Hill up to the task. We're under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Bombury. Defense extended well out by The Monarchs, good job on a stick check. Chayton King will track it down with 10 on the shot clock. Parker bounced out. Stotts now. That shot just wide of the mark. And that one's going to be play it where it lies, as possession will belong to the Monarchs, holding strong on defense with 4.5 to go. So certainly be a victory if you are the Snipers. If you can win this quarter without giving up another one to these Monarchs, that would be huge going forward. And that is eliminated as I get the words out of my mouth, as Leamy lights the lamp for the first time here in this game. And it's now 3-2. So that was probably the best executed offensive set for the Monarchs so far in this game. Finding the cutter, not wasting a whole lot of time setting things up. Sometimes that allows the defense to set up too. And from what I see, and I apologize to Mark Leamy, it was actually Ty Gesso that picks up his first. So Ty Gesso, my apologies, but you are on the scoreboard and that is your fault. So we'll roll on. Snipers now working on offense. Armitage cross to Chayton King. The King has returned again. He goes to the carpet to answer that goal back swiftly. And it's a 4-2 game. So a good job by Chayton King. His second goal of this game. He has found the mark. He's got 7 on the season. And he has been instrumental in the offense. Sugahara, instrumental on defense. That gets knocked down, though, on a good play by Riley Ford. So Ford working both ends. Innes out there with him. Innes now will stay on the right. Ford will head back to the left. They'll overload that left side. Give and go inside looking for Buck. He stumbled, went through the crease, and now possession belongs to the Snipers. So a good opportunity. Just wasn't able to pocket that pass cleanly now, and Bombury to work. Swing across. And too much going on in there. Too much hands on, and possession back to Patrick Thompson. Lead pass ahead. Chance here, and way too much bounce on the ounce for Jason Crawford. Chance here for Travis Stotts as Stotts has possession. Stotts puts on a burst of speed, but what a stick check, Patrick Thompson. That's where the long arm of the law comes into play, as he just reached over and was able to swipe that ball away. Cody Menzies will set it up on the half boards on the right and wait for Buck. Menzies on the run. Buck looking for the cutter to come on up. Buck, he'll take that, changes the angle wide of the mark. Buck goes down in the heap. That'll be a shot clock violation, and possession belongs to the Snipers. Stotts, Jerry, looking to move it up. He does. Chayton King. King has 2 defenders on him, hesitates, has that hanging out there, gets bodied, and a good job defensively by the Monarchs to regain possession. Matt Hodgkins, he'll put on the brakes. He'll flip, and now it's Ford. That's Ford without the E, working with the Fife dog. Fife had a notion. Instead, passed that in, and a bad pass. We'll give it right to Chandler Allen, and got something going on. So too many on the floor. I'm not sure if that's going to go to the Snipers or to the Monarchs. Snipers may have been anxious, and they were, to get out on offense. So first power play opportunity of the game for the Monarchs. 64% so far this season. That's how efficient they've been. The Snipers' penalty kill needs some work at 30%. So Buck will be at the top here. Pfeiffer on that right side. Big, heavy shot there, and good job by Dusty Hill. As you saw, Lucas Ferreira set the feet And now the Snipers will look to get over the timeline, and Mike McLaughlin, the KG vet. Glad to have him back in the lineup are the Snipers for sure. As he goes to work, they'll look to burn some time. Minute and a half left in the man short. Minute 15 to go in the quarter. Pilon, double team, does a good job to work some time. So a job well done on that possession. And now the Monarchs will look to move it up as we head to the final minute here, quarter number 1. Buck again at the top. That's the difference without Jordan Dance in the lineup. Don't have that flexibility. Buck's going to shift on the interchange. Pfeiffer, kick, skip. Buck, underhand goal. So the Buck stopped right there as Tanner with a power play goal on their first power play opportunity, and it's 4-3. Second of the game for Tanner Buck. With 44 seconds to go in the quarter. Off the draw again, Sugihara, one of the best in the business, gets it done. Pass will get moved up to Mitch Zulian. Zulian over the timeline, 35 seconds on the game clock, but an 8-second differential. Zulian lets it go. That one goes right in the stick of Patrick Thompson. He's on the fly. Has Kaminga with him. Thompson. Zulian chasing him down. Does a good job back checking. Hit the trailer's Buck. Flying in. What a save by Dusty Hill. Dust Bucket coming through again in crunch time here with 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Stotts. So Wes Whitlow in the lineup. Late to get here, but Whitlow swims his way in. Whitlow tried to go far side, just wide. That will do it for 15 minutes. The complexion about to change. 4-3 Snipers after 15. We'll be back with the second. Ready to go here for quarter number 2. Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions, Arenalacrosseleague Week 4 from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena here on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation. Off the draw, this time Ben Heidecker does a good job, gets knocked off it. Sugihara, the man again, possession for the Snipers. He'll work it now. So Wes Whitlow, late to get here. Congratulations on the wedding baby shower he was at, of course, and now back in the lineup. Whitlow had a chance there, couldn't hang on to it. Heidecker battling for it, gets it ahead. On the run, it's Thompson. Thompson leans in. Twister finish. So I told you, open floor, Patrick Thompson is more than a handful, and he just tied the game at 4. 6th goal of the season for Thompson, and I don't have the stats, but I tell you, transition-wise, he is a real thorn in the side of the opposition for sure. So Mason Kaminga will start early, and that's an easy draw win for Sugihara. And now Mitch Zulian will work it out. He'll stay out there on offense, as is Wes Whitlow. They'll swing it around, work it to the half boards. Pilon looking for the roll. Chase back out. Good defense there, Monarchs. Tough pass. Zulian tried to duck in, handled the short hop, but over cradled just a bit now. Nathan Ethier trying to run this one down. Now, we're going to go with Etier because Ethier I don't think's the way to go. We'll go with Etier, and he'll kick it back out. It's going to be up to Nathan to correct me one way or the other, and I'll check with him next game. But in the meantime, between time, Pfeiffer looking for an opening, swings it across. Looking inside on the cutter. Tried to shovel that, but well wide of the mark with time winding down. And now it'll get worked up heading the other way. Back door, they'll set it up. Pilon gets a step. Looking inside, tied up was King. Ball loose, and the Monarchs win the battle of the loose ball, and they'll move it up. Looking for the back door, hits the trailer, Ford, wrong stick side, gets it to Pfeiffer. Menzies swings it back. And good transition defense by the Snipers. Pfeiffer steps into that one. And that's going to be a late hit. We'll keep possession right here with the Monarchs as Menzies was taken down. And that's tough when you work hard for 30 seconds almost and then give it right back. Pfeiffer looking for a screen. Gets a late one from Menzies. Swings it forward. Ford trying to duck in. Kick out. Big shot wide of the mark. Rebound. Fished out by Ford. No reset. Can't find anything. Possession to the Snipers. They'll move it up in a hurry. So good defense by Six Nations as they give up nothing. Bad pass there looking for Whitlow, but he manages to scoop it back on a nifty pickup. Backdoor. Not able to get that one cleanly, and now some trouble 2-on-1. Thompson on the run. Thompson, flip around. Beauty pass. Great save, Dusty Hill. So Jamison Dilks did a good job to jump in the rush. Patrick Thompson with a sweet feed, but a better save from Dusty Hill. Snipers now working on the offensive end. Bombury steps into that one. Haynes the save. Rebound picked up. Monarchs looking to move it up over the timeline. And they do a good job, and it's Hodgkins. Hodgkins shot stopped by Hill. Zulian smothers it in the crease. Had a notion backdoor, airs it out. Going to have to play the carom, but it goes to Haynes. And now the Monarchs will counter the other way. Rob Harris. He'll look to the back door, finds Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer will bounce back out. Swing it around. Delayed penalty coming to the Snipers. And for the second time in this game, the Toronto Monarchs will go on the power play. So illegal cross-check to call, and it's going to go to Dougie Powless. So I'm sure his dad will have a few words to say. So Tanner Buck now. With this game tied, chance for the Monarchs to pick up their first lead of this game if they can capitalize here. Buck swinging, working it on that right side. Buck, sidearm, steered, and a good job to pick it up. They'll get a fresh 20. Ferreira passed down to Ford, but that was an easy save for Hill. And Snipers now will work it over the timeline. McLaughlin. Whitlow with minute 20 to go in the man short. Whitlow draws the double team. Whitlow, a little shake and bake, but just trying to work that clock, and he does. Loses his stick in the process, but made sure that Patrick Thompson didn't go anywhere on transition. And now a chance here. Pfeiffer goes to the bounce, top corner. The Fife dog giving it a bark. Parker Pfeiffer with his first of the game, 9th of the season. And Toronto with their first lead of the game now 5-4. So if you've had a chance to see the Toronto Monarchs on a regular basis, you know that it really is a team of runs. They swing the momentum back and forth, and boy, they can outlast you. Off the draw, Sugihara dominating again, gets it back. Snipers with possession. Innes playing good defense. They'll settle it up with Steinbach Parker. He'll swing it across to the left side. Get it back. Gets a screen from King. King on the flip. That's his shot. Chayton King off the post and in. So give the King one more. He's got 3 here in this game. More importantly, that'll tie things up again, this time 5-5. So back and forth we go here. These two teams doing battle. 10 minutes exactly to go here in this first half. Off the draw this time, a good job by Heidecker to win it, a rare win, and now racing in a chance here for the Monarchs. Backdoor and nothing doing as peeling out of there was Gesso. Chance here isolated on the far side by McKenna, and I tell you, these answers are coming very quickly. Looks like Riley Ford finally figuring in the mix. His first of the game, 5th of the season. And once again, Toronto takes a 6-5 lead. So both these teams took Toronto a bit to try to find their role, and they seem to have done just that. Off the draw again, Sugihara will get it, and the Snipers will set things up. Whitlow will swing it around to the left side. Pilon looking to dip in, kick out, swing around, Vredenberg. Vredenberg looking to go back from whence he came. Instead swings it across inside. Looking down low, not able to connect though with Keelan Smith, and now the Monarchs will bring it back the other way. McKenna out there. That shovel try goes wide of the mark. Stotts does a good job to hop around, but can't come up with it cleanly. Monarchs do, and they'll get a fresh 20 now, kicked back out to the top. They'll swing it around to Buck. Looking inside, behind the door. Pfeiffer had a notion to go, changes his pivot, avoids the crease. Looking down low, twister Buck. Nothing doing on the short side. Ball loose, battling for it, knocked back. Good job of scooping that up by Ferreira, and they'll get it over to Buck. He'll slow it down. Ducking back in, flip back, Buck, shot, blocked. Chance now for the Snipers. Going the other way. Eric Poirier, and that'll give possession to Six Nations deep in the offensive end. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Snipers going to be a little more deliberate now as they set things up on offense. And it's turned over, so Bombury lead pass ahead. Wrong stick side. Twister try, but nothing doing there, as Harris wasn't able to get a good handle on it. Chandler Allen working Harris over, gets some help. Triple team gets possession back for the Snipers as Whitlow will pick it up. Allen will help him out, move it up, and they'll settle things down in the offensive end. Good job defensively by the Snipers. Looking inside, up, down, and bouncer went 5-hole, up and into the stands, and that will take us to our officials' timeout and give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors. On behalf of the Six Nations Snipers, Belco Construction, Nitro, 54 Variety, KT Gas and Tobacco, Classics to Customs Auto Body, Little Buffalo Gas and Variety, Tribe Cannabis, One Nation Energy, Aero Express Sports, and of course, Hills Custom Coffins. You can come and visit as often as you want, but you are not allowed to stay. We'll be back. Back at it after our officials' timeout. Just want to send a special congratulations, 17-4 win for the Paris Riverwolves. Koichi Nakamura with his first 2 goals in the Arenalacrosseleague. Congratulations to him for an outstanding job. Keep working hard, young fella. We're here to back you. Inside, in tight, Monarchs pressuring inside that dotted half circle. Crease the call, and possession will stay right here as the offensive player was knocked into that crease now, so Ford will inbounds. Ford one-on-one on Zulian. Zulian wins the battle. Mitch Zulian scoops it up, has a chance, can use his speed, but he's on his wrong stick side, crosses over. Zulian with the bullet. Good save, Haynes. I like that from Zulian, being aggressive offensively, utilizing his speed and trying to take advantage. Speaking of which, Patrick Thompson now. Over the timeline, he'll stay out there on that right side. They'll work it to the left. Buck inside. Point blank range, and Pfeiffer had a good look, but again didn't have a good angle on his wrong stick side, and now the Snipers with a chance. Trying to track it down, but Stotts looked a bit winded getting down that floor, and now they'll let the offense in West Whitlow take over. Chance here, Pilon looking for an opening, finds Whitlow. They'll work that. That one gets across. Whitlow gets it back, ducks in. Whitlow again, that one a good job of sticking with him now, and Etchier get the stick check as Whitlow with the theft. Whitlow, hold on to your wallets, will ya? Whitlow in the house with that steal. Monarchs counter. Aaron Funky Walker in transition. They've got numbers. That looked like a few extra on the carpet, but we know my counter's no good, so disregard that. Chance there as Innes got one off, and Dusty Hill able to close the wickets in time. We're under 5.5. Travis Stotts now will one pass over. Poirier will hold on to it, try to elude a defender, and they'll set it up. Swing it around to that left side. Inside, tried to get it to Stotts, but couldn't pocket that cleanly as it was deflected. Haynes now going to air it out back door. Pfeiffer runs under it, bounces off one, waiting for some help. Now he'll think better of taking it himself. No need to go on a solo journey as he'll find Ford. Ford, it pops out of his stick. McLaughlin had it momentarily. Ford gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer from way out, dumps it off. That bouncer steered aside by Hill. Ball loose. Battle for it now, and Snipers have it. 1-on-2 though. That shot almost slipped 5-hole on Haynes. So a good idea from Steinbach Parker, just a better save from Sam Haynes. Heidecker will slow it down under 4.5 to go. Innes, quick swing over. Pfeiffer can't get it cleanly. Good hustle. Chase down, and good job of disrupting things, but they'll send it over to Buck. Buck underneath, quick stick, as Menzies had a good try, bad angle, and he tracks down that loose ball for a fresh 20. Innes takes a good stiff cross check, Allen on him. Innes wrapped up, that's going to be a penalty, wide open. Cody Menzies on the doorstep with the finish, 7-5 Monarchs. So give Cody Innes the credit there as he took a brunt of that. Cody Menzies able to be the recipient of that loose ball on the doorstep, and he makes good. Largest lead of the game for these Monarchs, 7-5. Off the draw, Sugihara again. Masterful in that circle. Vradenberg now over the timeline. They'll go to Whitlow. So back-to-back goals by the Monarchs. And the Snipers now looking for an answer. Good job. 10 on the shot clock to change that angle. Swing across looking for Whitlow. Not able to. Vradenberg battling for it, and it's Haynes. Haynes will move it up. And that'll be too much hands-on. Give it right back to the Snipers. Caden Smith looking to get a step. Gets chased by Etchier and King. Wrong stick side, but right on the mark. Ball loose, dotted half circle. That's close as you can get to a trip. And I think that's just a good call, good heads-up officiating by Simon D'Souza all over that. It was incidental. He didn't mean to do it, but a trip is still a trip. and that will give the Snipers their third power play opportunity of the game. They are 1 for 2, but they've given up a shorty, so that's all but even. We're under 3 minutes to go here. Whitlow's going to be at the top. He's going to have Chayton King in that familiar right shooter spot, and a quick pass over. We'll have Bombury in that left shooter spot. So they'll give everyone a little touch, work it around. King looking down, changing that angle. Good shot taken there by Steinbuck Parker. You can't fault him, but you almost want Chayton King, who's feeling it right now, to take that one from his most comfortable spot. Toronto now will look to work it. 2.5 to go in this second quarter. 1.5 left in the man short. McKenna out there working with Ford. Ford now looking to work one-on-one. 5 in a shot clock. Ford, quick shot, well wide. That's going to go up and off the partition. And looks like we've got a penalty called on the play. So it looks like it's going to be too many on the floor. It's going to go against Toronto. And that is the case. So it'll be a 5-on-3 here for the Snipers, trailing by 2. King. I'm not quite sure why King wouldn't walk in. He was already on the doorstep, knocked on the door, just didn't wait for anyone to answer. They'll move it back up now, and Dilks does a good job to get it over the timeline. We're under 2 minutes to go here in this half. Dilks avoids Stotts. He'll go for a bit of a run. Dougie Powell's going to chase him down. This is where, if you're the Snipers, you got to watch. You don't want to get a penalty and nullify this. Still have 40 seconds now in the two-man advantage. So see how well the Snipers can execute here. Can't be afraid to take the shot. Chayton King, good save by Haynes, looking top corner. It's the right way to do it. 25 seconds left in the first minor. Inching their way in, kick out. Whitlow dumps it right back. Fake it, beauty fake, beauty finish right there. That's how you make adjustments and change it up. And hats off to Bombury, who this time faked the pass across. Haynes bit, and he put it low in the back of the net. So a power play goal for the Snipers pulls them to within 1. It's 7-6. Second of the game for Jeremy Bombury on a headsy play. And with 1:16 left in the half, still 1:04 left in the power play for the Snipers. Off the draw, Sugihara disrupted enough for the Snipers to get possession here. No look pass. See, there to me was an opportunity. Kuminga wasn't even set. That's when you take it right to him into the final minute here. Whitlow slid down now to that right crease. Top, big shot, wide of the mark and up and out of play. So it was tipped. It'll be a fresh 20 for the Snipers. Remember, 30-20 clock here in the Arenalacrosseleague, first time ever. Whitlow, underhand, good save, Haynes. Ball loose, dot a half circle, picked up. Chance here. Who else? Patrick Thompson. Zulian on him. Thompson swims his way closer. Twister! Doesn't go through on a great save by Dusty Hill. Snipers will hurry to get it back. 20 seconds left in power play. 30 seconds left in the game clock. King here. They'll be more deliberate right now. Set things up. Bombury, no look. Whitlow, backhand try, short side. Just missed that. Good defense. 10 on the game clock. Whitlow got to take it. Whitlow, twister right on target, stopped by Haynes. Chance now for Toronto. Dying seconds, 3 on the game clock. And they call to hold it up. It has been an outstanding 30 minutes here at the ILA. 7-6 for the visitors from Toronto. We'll be back with the third quarter. Ready to rock and roll here, third quarter from the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena on the Six Nations of the Grand River Reservation, putting a cap on week 4 in the Arenalacrosseleague. And as we are underway, a 1-goal lead here, and this time Sugihara not able to come away with it. A good job to track that down by Chris Harlan, taking the draw, and they give it right back. Snipers on the move, trailing by 1. Poirier goes to the twister, too much bounce on that ounce, up and off the screen. Possession to Toronto. Patrick Thompson, move it down, working with Pfeiffer. He'll skip through, they'll interchange. Pfeiffer to the top, kick it around left side. Pfeiffer didn't have an angle, Zulian on him. As Pfeiffer changes direction with 10 on the shot clock. Zulian marking him well. Kicks it back out, big heavy shot, but that's blocked. So a chance there for Ferreira, but they read that. And just a wee bit, I think, of a little embellishing by Ty Jessel, but he got the call, and that's all that matters. So a fresh 20 now for the Monarchs. Jessel, skip across. Buck couldn't handle that. Chance now, Snipers. Look, head man ahead. It's Travis Stotts. Stotts goes to the corner. Travis Stotts, and we're tied 7-7. So you always like when those guys that do a lot of the yeoman work get rewarded, and Travis Stotts got on his horse, ran underneath that one hopper, and was able to pick the corner on Haynes to knot this one up at 7. Just in case you missed it, yesterday's action in the Arenalacrosseleague, it was the Peterborough Timbermen 13-12 winners over the Oshawa Outlaws, and the Whitby Steelhawks able to outlast the Brampton Express in overtime. That one was an 11-10 final. Earlier today, a big win for the Paris Riverwolves, 17-4 over the Oswego Bears. And now Pelon with a chance, leans in. Sidearm from McLaughlin. That's wide of the mark. Dying seconds of the shot clock. Kicked down and thrown into the corner. Good decision there, as not able to get anything going to Snipers. And now the Monarchs will look to work the other way. Chance here, Innes. Innes has been quiet. Ducks back in off the crossbar. So Cody Innes has really done a good job here in the Arenalacrosseleague his first year. And he has shown up on the stat sheet every game he has been here. That one takes a funny carom. It's picked up on the move. Here come the Snipers. Good stride saved by Sam Haynes as Kalen Smith put on the Jets. And he just cruised in alone on Haynes. Innes now looking to set things up. Working around as that gets kicked back to Buck. Buck gets a step. Bouncer stopped by Hill. Stotts again looking for the outlet. Finds it in Dougie Pallas. Pallas looking for some relief. Finds it in Wes Whitlow. And Whitlow now will slow things down. They'll work it to Bombury. Bombury had a screen. Ducks back through it. He'll curl back out. Whitlow ducks in. Whitlow tried to twist that one into the short side, but Haynes read that like a novel. Here come the Monarchs in transition. Heidecker, he'll slow it up. Wait for Pfeiffer, and Menzies will filter in late down on that crease, right side. Delayed penalty coming as Menzies was taken down hard. Net empty for the extra attacker. Ferreira comes in. Buck! Bullet! Tanner Buck with the arm up on the delayed call finds the back of the net. 8-7 Toronto. I tell you, Tanner Buck does not need a whole lot of room, and that's his third of the game, and none more precise than that one right there as he snuck that in on the short side on Dusty Hill. I'm not sure Hill was leaning the other way expecting a pass or if the release was just too quick. Either way, Toronto back with a 1-goal lead. Sugihara back to dominating the circle. Stotts had it. He able to corral it but has a defender on him. Kick back out, teetering on the line. Good job to keep it there. Zulian will slow it up. Has some room. Mitch Zulian. Good burst of speed. Zulian tuck in. Good save by Haynes. Rebound picked up by the Monarchs. They'll move it up in a hurry. It's Thompson. Thompson with one man to beat. Thompson cuts through. Gets a screen and scores. So as close as you can get to an interference call from my vantage point, Patrick Thompson out of the sidearm, 9-7. Just seems like Patrick Thompson in the open floor in transition is just lethal. He seems more comfortable on the run than in the half-court set. And he's got 2 goals, both of them in transition. Off the draw, this time Sugihara not able to handle Heidecker. And you can see what Toronto's done. They've done a good job of alternating different face-off men to go up against Sugihara. They'll set things up on the right side. Dawson Battersby out there. Battersby can't hang on to it. And through the crease is Innes. Possession to Six Nations now. And Poirier with the inbounds. 10.5 to go here, third quarter. 2-goal lead for the Monarchs. And they will give it up, give way, and it's Armitage. He'll put on the brakes, curl back out. Trailing late is Pilon. Pilon, good hesitation, gets wrapped up hog-tied, and there'll be a penalty coming here. 5 on the shot clock. And Monarchs now will head to the penalty box while the Snipers will go to work on the power play. They're 5th of the game. They're 2 for 4, but have given up a short-handed marker. So once again, Toronto allowing the Snipers an opportunity here to close the gap in what's been a game of runs. So Whitlow at the top one more time. Bombury and Pilon on the left side. Chayton King doing some work on the right. Interchange. Bombury snaps a bad pass in the middle. Picked up though. Chayton King knocks it back. 10 on the shot clock. And the give and go. Good job on the carom. King's going to have to take it. That one wide of the mark. Rebound picked up. And a beauty finish in time. So how about 81 stepping up in Keelan Pilon and his first. Welcome back, sir, from the injury and looking awfully good. It's a 9-8 game. So second power play goal notched by Six Nations. And a big one as it closes that deficit in half now. Another good crowd on hand for our second game here on this Sunday to wrap up week 4 in the Arenalacrosseleague. Ben Heidecker battling for it. Vredenberg there. Vredenberg's going to come away with it. Vredenberg now, even though outnumbered 1-2, he still does a good job to outwork a couple defenders. Zulian working that left side. They'll send it over to the right. That shovel from Zulian well wide. Vredenberg, dying seconds, will ship it across, but it'll go harmlessly into the corner. And now the Monarchs will look to go on offense, and it's Walker. Pfeiffer with under 9 minutes to go here in the third. Buck working with Ford on the left. Menzies out late. Ford, kick out. Pfeiffer, duck in, gets a screen. Chandler Allen draped on him. Looking inside, Menzies was in the crease. Knew it, gave it up, and here come the Snipers. Now it's McLaughlin. McLaughlin, great speed, I tell you, for a KG vet, in great shape. That one from Bombury took a funny hop off a leg. And now Whitlow will set it up. No reset, 15 on the clock. Armitage gets a step. Looking inside, but it's picked off, and it's Mason Kaminga on the run. Kuminga through the 5-hole. Transition goal for big Mason Kuminga. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's his first of the season. And a big one restores that 2-goal cushion, 10-8. So Mason Kuminga, of course, a defensive specialist, doing a great job in transition, got ahead of steam going, and would not be denied getting as close to that net as he could. So a little cat and mouse going on here before this draw here. As it'll be Chris Harlan again. Sugihara back at it. Sugihara trying to duck in, protects, shrugs off, gets it to Zulian. Under 8 minutes to go here, third quarter. Stotts, skip past Whitlow. Whitlow, hesitation, drop off. Big bounce shot and a good one from Steinbuck Parker, but a save by Haynes. And now it's worked up to Thompson on the half-board's right side. Thompson will retreat. Battersby out there. Of course, Battersby coming over from the Brampton Express. And now chance here for Innes. Innes, buck, quick shot, Dusty right there. And 7-10, that's going to take us to our officials' timeout and give us a chance to thank some of our sponsors, of course. Belco Construction, Nitro 54 Variety, KT Gas and Tobacco, Classics to Customs Auto Body, Little Buffalo Gas and Variety, Tribe Cannabis, One Nation Energy, Aero Express Sports, and Hills Custom Coffins. Come anytime, but don't stay at all. Quick break. To go as the Snipers ready to inbounds here, trailing by a couple. Set things up now as teams are at full strength. Bombury and Whitlow kick it back, go to work. Chayton King's spot. That one doesn't get through. Blocked and knocked down. Thompson will pick it up. Good flip ahead. Kuminga with the hands. And he'll move it up into the offensive end. Mason Kuminga. Kuminga feeling it. Dumps it. Riley Ford tried a quick stick. And in the crease, the call belongs to Dusty Hill and the Snipers. McLaughlin, one pass up ahead. Poirier will settle it down. 6.5 to go here, third quarter. Armitage will work it on the left side. Working with Pilon. Swing across. 10 on the shot clock. Pilon ducks in. Looking for the roll. Pilon diving. Pilon scores a beauty. Boy, you got to figure they're glad to get him back in the lineup. That's his second of the game. And once again, that closes the gap to just one as the Snipers continue to show some bite back. .6:14 to play, and it's almost like the team with the last possession here has got the best chances. Again, a game of runs. Back and forth we go. In the circle, Heidecker, Sugihara. Again, this battle's been going on, and violation will give possession to the Snipers. So Sugihara continues to be the master of his domain. Armitage now will jumpstart the Snipers' offense. And I believe I thought I said that diving goal went to Pilon, but it might have gone to Steinbuck Parker. I'll have to double check. Either way, Mitch Zulian taken down. Going to be a penalty, and I'm not quite sure why there's all kind of groaning and moaning. That was a great play if you're in the NFL, but here at the All, that's a penalty. So back to the power play go the Snipers with a chance here to get the equalizer. Snipers have scored on back-to-back power play opportunities, and they'll look to add to their total here. So I believe it was Pilon with that diving play. Pardon me and mine, but Patrick Thompson knocks it ahead. This is going to be trouble. A chance here now. Twister, great save, Dusty Hill. Patrick Thompson, but credit to the back check-in of Pilon. Great hustle. If he doesn't get a stick on Patrick Thompson, that's for sure in the back of the net. Snipers dodge a bullet there. Under a minute and a half to go in the power play. 5 minutes to go here, third quarter. Whitlow. Skip pass across. Avery Stuyma gets to Karam. Takes it again. He was looking 5-hole, but Haynes, good job to get the basket there. And now Thompson. Over the timeline. He'll be in no hurry with just over a minute to go in the man short. Job well done by Patrick Thompson as usual. One thing about him, consistency. They'll swing it around the buck. 10 on the shot clock. Travis Stotts eyeing him. Playing to Karam. That's a design play and will give Toronto another 20. So that is just a good play. You know that Buck was going off the boards to Pfeiffer, and Fife knew that. As he gets it back here. Great check. Chandler Allen, though. Relentless. Got away with a penalty there. Allen. Breakaway chance here. Mike McLaughlin, that steered aside. I think that got partial shoulder, partial crossbar. But either way, every little bit helps. Good flip ahead by Pfeiffer. That one turned over Poirier with 10 seconds left in the Snipers power play. So all evened up now. They'll let it run out. And teams now back to 5 aside, just over 3.5 to go third quarter. Avery Steinbach looking for the roll, but King outrolled himself. Chance here, right in the basket. Hodgkins, that one wide of the mark. So Matt Hodgkins with a glorious opportunity, but in his defense, certainly not out there for his offensive prowess. And now the Snipers in the offensive end. Pilon, he's been dangerous here today. They'll work to give and go. Skip pass. The King bouncer. Chayton King has tied the game at 10. Fourth goal of the game for King, and it comes with just under 3 minutes to go here in the third. So when the Snipers are able to find the right players in the right spots, they have been very effective. That's what they weren't doing in the second quarter, so good adjustment made. Toronto's going to have to go back to what they've been doing right, and I think they have to be better in transition. That's been their bread and butter. Off the draw again, Sugihara doing his thing. Zulian, half boards, gets a step, hesitates, and surveys, finds Whitlow. Whitlow will work it. Pilon. Kick back out. Avery Steinbach. His bouncer stopped by Haynes. And now Thompson. So we'll see here how deliberate these Monarchs are with under 2.5 to go. Third quarter. Pfeiffer will survey the situation. Work it down to Innes. Innes trying to duck in. Powless on him. Dougie Powless. A duck-in attempt. Innes on the run. Sidearm wide. Shot clock violation. Gives it back to the Snipers. We're under the 2-minute warning. So a good job defensively by the Snipers. And now McLaughlin will have to zip it across. He does to Armitage. Armitage into double team. Outruns it. Armitage curls in. Armitage tucks it in. The Snipers regain the lead. 11-10. So how about Armitage? That's a case there where you take what the defense gives you, and they initially came to converge on the double team. He got a good explosive first step and avoided both defenders, able to get a clear path and beat Haynes. 11-10 with 1:41 to go here in the third. Off the draw again. No solution for Sugihara except when he hits it to the wrong team. And Toronto now will be a little more deliberate. So a good job as Jason Crawford out there hustling. And now Monarchs will set up the offense. Looking inside. Pfeiffer will collect it with 10 on the shot clock. Zip it underneath. And going for a bit of a run. Now is Leamy. Nothing doing. Snipers regained possession. We're into the final minute now. 1-goal lead for the Snipers. Steinbach Parker able to get it back. Got some help from Whitlow, who made an errant pass. Now in Kaminga has a head of steam coming. 2-on-1. Kaminga goes to the bouncer. Kaminga. Well, we have seen a couple of firsts today. So as shocking as things are, Mason Kaminga, that was almost an identical to his previous goal, second of the game, as he goes 5-hole in transition to tie it up at 11. So some offense coming from an unlikely source, as if you're Nick Krepensek, you got to be pleased with that. Off the draw, Sugihara, easy win, gets it back, and they'll swing it around to Zulian. 30 seconds left on the game clock. So about a 7-second differential game and shot. Going to have to be careful, get a good shot here. You don't want a bad carom give Toronto the opportunity. That one goes off of Haynes, and Chayton King able to track it down. So a fresh 20 now with 10 seconds left in the game clock. They're going to pull the goalie for the extra attacker. Hill, go, zip it down to the corner. 5, got to hurry, trailer out late. Dump it down low, quick stick, right on, and a save by Haynes at the buzzer. So after 3 quarters, we are knotted at 11. Get ready, set for the fourth quarter when we come back. Fasten your seatbelt as we get set for the final 15 minutes here at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Week 4, wrapping up with a beauty here. The Six Nations Snipers and the Toronto Monarchs tied at 11. Snipers with the first possession here in the fourth. Bombury will look and swing it around. Plenty of time. Zulian lets it go. That one caught the iron. And a good job trying to track that one down as Thompson in there. And the Monarchs come away with it. No knock on Steinbach Parker. He did everything he could to try to get that one back. But now setting things up. As that shot goes wide, it sits behind the net and will stay there. Poirier over the timeline, gets chased, good defense, and he throws it away. So a job well done by Dilks as mission accomplished and possession back to Toronto, backdoor. Pfeiffer puts on the brakes. Pfeiffer! Give it to me one more time as he breaks the tie again. It's 12-11. Pfeiffer's second of the game, and he just slid right out of that back door. So the lead back to the visiting Monarchs, and off the draw, it'll belong to Toronto now with some momentum building here. As Leamy will send it across, he'll retreat, and they'll work it back down low. Cutter and Ford tried to duck, but shrugging of the shoulders by Dusty Hill, and now the Snipers look in transition. It's McLaughlin. He'll sight that back door. Swing it around, Stotts, and they'll work it. Bombury has room to the bounce. Good save, Haynes. Ball loose. And Whitlow helping the cause, but now Battersby over the timeline, and they'll slow it up with Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer let the rest of the offense filter out, look for a screen, inch his way in, dumps it over, looking for Ferreira. Ferreira can't find a hole, gives it back. Looking in, it gets deflected, ball loose now. Shot clock at 2. Shovel, that goes wide. Possession will belong to the Snipers. So they haven't changed the score yet, but it is 12-11. And now Chayton King in his spot. They'll work it around. And Pilon inside. Quick shot, Chayton King. That was the quickest release we've seen from the King yet. Tied 12-12. Chayton King lighting it up for the 5th time in this game. He has led all scorers, and none more timely than that one right there. So under 13 minutes to play. Has been an outstanding start to the 2025 year here in the Arenalacrosse League with some good games. Sugihara, wrong stick side. He'll switch hands and dump it back out. This time Poirier will try to keep it inside the rink, and he does. Whitlow. Whitlow working one-on-one on that side. Heidecker on him, zips it across. Bombury trying to power his way through, but nothing doing there on a good defensive effort by the Monarchs, and now it's going to be Hodgkins. He'll give way. Buck, wrong stick side. That's wide of the mark. That'll go over the timeline. That'll be a violation and belong to the Snipers deep in the offensive end. So you don't want to pass up a good shot, but at the same time, you don't want to give up a long rebound, and that's happened to both these two teams here in this game. King has it taken away from him on a good stick check-in. Dilks has played some solid defense here in this game, another cagey vet, and now looking for an opening are the Monarchs. Crawford will send it over, and delayed penalty coming to the Snipers. Looks like it could be a too many on the floor call. Pfeiffer, 6 on the shot clock, dunks it down low, and what a shot! Couldn't have scripted that one, and that's Merrick Leamy, I don't even think he saw where that went. He wrapped it right around a defender. And forget the delayed penalty. Monarchs will take the goal and the lead 13-12. So things can change in a hurry as the lead has changed hands numerous times here in this game. It's changed numerous times here in this quarter. And still have 11 and a half to play. To draw, Sugihara, beauty, bounces off one and then shoots it back. Hill's going to have to play it. Pfeiffer chasing it down, takes a couple of chops, and you got to figure that either a tree fell or he fell and someone fell, and that's an easy call for Delaney DuPont as the Snipers will be short now and have to kill off another penalty. So it's going to be Jerry Stotts, the guilty party. Monarchs with just their 3rd power play of the game. They're 1 for 2. So timing everything. Buck will be at the top. Ferreira out there as well on the interchange. Zulian trying to track it down, create some havoc. Ferreira, Buck, swing around. Duck in, nothing. Buck, underhand, steered aside Hill. Fresh 20. Rebound Ferreira. Back to the top now. Buck will look for an opening. Ferreira had that one blocked. Ford now. Gets bounced out of there by Travis Stotts. Looks for the skip, and Pfeiffer. Airborne. Zulian had it momentarily. Pfeiffer now with a chance. Pfeiffer stopped though by Dusty Hill. So Hill with a quick outlet now to Mike McLaughlin. McLaughlin, he'll tuck it and get it over the timeline. Still over a minute to go here in the man short. Under 10.5, fourth quarter. 1 goal lead for the Monarchs. Good job by Bombury to hang on to that. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to go for a run. And there's going to be too many on the floor here as I believe it's on the Snipers, and it is. I thought it was on the Monarchs initially. So a careless penalty will give the Snipers a 2-man advantage for 54 seconds here, and this is the kind of opportunity, if you're the Snipers, you don't want to give this Toronto team. 5-on-3, Ford, kick out. Everyone touch. Buck, Ford. Great shoulder save by Dusty Hill. Fresh 20 on the regroup. Ty Jessup out there, skip. Buck, fight, shooting gallery, rebound picked up. And it's going to be Dougie Powless going to try to roll his way over the timeline. Big Dougie Powless. Powless, the backhand. Zulian knocked it down enough. Zulian, if he can get free, as he does, and create some space. So a good job by Mitch Zulian. Good job by Dougie Powless. 10 to kill here in the first minor. Zulian's shot just steered aside. So a fresh 20 now. So a big play and a rollout with fresh legs. Well done by the Snipers. They'll kick it across. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Under a minute left in the other penalty. Whitlow. Quick shot. I don't even sure Haynes saw it, but it's caught up in his pad. He had to make a good save now under 9 minutes. Toronto clinging to a 1-goal lead. 40 seconds left in the man advantage. Buck with a chance. Ducks in. Buck! And he's wide of the mark. Rebound Ferreira. Swing around Pfeiffer. No reset. 6 on the shot clock. That one deflected and a changeup stopped by Dusty Hill and aired out just under the rafters and going hard, but it ends up in Haynes' stick, and what could have killed some time instead gives Ferreira an opportunity on the run. Ferreira, big shot. Dusty Hill coming up big. Ferreira collects it. Fresh 20. Pfeiffer lets it go. Another save, Dusty Hill. Ball loose. Buck picks it up. With 8 minutes to go, penalty over teams back to 5 aside. 10 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer airborne. What a save by the Dust Bucket. Another offensive rebound, and that's going to be a high stick. That's just as simple as that, as Poirier. Because you're bigger, you got to adjust your check, and at no point in time can you deliver it to the neck. And Poirier will go on another ill-timed penalty, so another power play opportunity after killing 2 by the Snipers. They killed off a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds, and then another one. Boy, oh boy. Toronto here with a chance now to extend their lead. Ferreira out there. Pfeiffer at the top. Wide of the mark. Rebound. Dump off. Quick stick. Dusty Hill again as he stops Buck point blank. Fresh 20 here. Buck and Pfeiffer. I tell you, some good hands up there. Duck it in, Innes. So Innes has been quiet until now. And you had to figure that it was only a matter of time when you give this Monarchs power play that many opportunities, or it's going to come back to bite you at some time, and it did right there. 2-goal lead, 14-12 in favor of Toronto. See here if the Snipers have a little left in them with 7:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. Sugihara. I'm not even sure Heidecker's really trying because Sugihara's been so dominant in that circle. Poirier's going to have to hustle. And they're going to call that one down with 7:05 to go. It'll be possession Toronto as we go to our final officials timeout. Back here, and while we were on that officials timeout, it looks like the Snipers head coach Darcy Powless has been ejected from the game. I don't think he's too happy with the late penalty calls, but 5-minute major up on the board, and to get Darcy Powless worked up, that's a bit of a surprise, and I'm not sure why he is, because the penalties that were assessed were all deserving, and I don't think there was anything one-sided. So Toronto now, time on their side and the lead. Pfeiffer gets chased out, 10 on the shot clock, skip across Ford. Ford working with Buck. Buck changes the angle, right on, rebound, picked up Snipers, and they'll go for a run now. McLaughlin. Back door. McLaughlin to the bounce, stopped by Haynes. Almost a crease call. Good job by Bomber to stay out of it. We're at the 6.5-minute mark. And Toronto now going to curl out and set things up now with Buck. So Pfeiffer will work it. Innes down on that crease again, and Gesso as well. So Snipers have to work interchange off the post. Rebound, picked up. Another 20 for the Monarchs here with 6 minutes to go. Skip across Ford, tried to tuck it over. Dusty Hill had that angle, missed. Zulian going for it, had it knocked out on the triple team. And 5 on the shot clock. Toronto got to hurry. Pfeiffer has to let it go. Dusty Hill, solid as a rock. And he has been this game. Backdoor looking, playing to Karam, and not able to do a whole lot was Pilon. And a good job when you're battling with Patrick Thompson. That's more than a handful. Now Mason Kaminga. Well, we had a discussion about the penalty situation. The head coach Darcy Powless felt like, and that's going to be a high sticking call. A delayed penalty coming, and we know that the Snipers have unfortunately been on the wrong side last week. The penalty ratio was definitely not in their favor. This time around, from the vantage point here, the penalties that were assessed were deserving, including the Perrier high stick. So I understand where Coach Powless is coming from and what he's trying to do. As back to work with another power play on a holding call. So give Dusty Hill some credit, man. He stood in there like he always does and continues to keep his team in it. Zulian now. It's only a 2-goal game, just under 5 minutes left here. Snipers undermanned for sure, 5-on-3. But we've already seen stranger things happen here today. Poirier going for a run. He'll draw the triple team. Thompson boxes him out and scoops up the loose ball. And now Kaminga will move it up. Mason Kaminga with 2 goals, surprisingly, to chip into the Toronto offense. And now Pfeiffer will interchange. He'll slide down to that right crease. Gesso up, Ford working with Buck. 5 on the shot clock. Big shot there from Gesso. Rebound, blocked again, and that'll be a shot clock violation. So 58 seconds left in the first penalty. Still just under 2 minutes left in the major. Bombury Snipers have played a solid game here. They've weathered some storms, come back, and fought their way back. You know that they'll always be trying. 10 on the shot clock. Got to go to work. Work it down to Chayton King. That one on target. Haynes had that side all blocked off. And now Kuminga almost knocked right back into the crease. Gets it up to Hodgkins. Hodgkins will leg it over the timeline. Get it over. Pfeiffer handles that. Errant pass. We're under 3.5 to go here. Interchange. Ford now up at that shooter spot. Buck. No look pass off the post. So Pfeiffer running it off the iron. They'll get a fresh 20 as Jesso collects the rebound, ships it to Ford. Right on the crease, Pfeiffer. One penalty out now. It's just a 5-on-4. Ford comes up big. And that was a big goal right at the 3:01 mark. So Riley Ford with his second of the game, third power play goal of the game for the Monarchs, and they've had some chances. The Snipers have done a good job, but it was only a matter of time. So off the draw, you see that odd formation by the Snipers, but still short for 52 seconds. Off the draw, Sugihara. The man with the master plan. Looking to go to the net. Sugihara leads in, dives. There's going to be a penalty there. So a good play there as ball loose now right in front of the Snipers bench. Picked up, and Whitlow. So I think we're going to wait and see. I think there was a time. There was going to get some clarification here. I believe the initial penalty should go to the Monarchs. I think that was the call taking Sugihara down. I'm not quite sure, and that is the call. Legal cross-check. So that was the case. I think the issue was on the transfer when the player came out of the bench, how many were on the floor at the time, even though they were in the box. So either way, 2:41 to go. The remaining 32 seconds on the major penalty will be nullified, and the Snipers now trailing by 3 with just over 2.5. So let's see what we got here. 4-on-4 Lacrosse. Steinbuck Parker trying to weave his way in, gets it over Pilon. Pilon has been very good today. They'll work that. Back. It's going to the side. Haynes sliding nicely to his right to make a good save. Kuminga now will loft it up, and the Monarchs will try and move it up with McKenna. McKenna's going to be in no hurry here as the major is over. So now for just under a minute and a half, the Snipers will go to the power play. Poirier comes flying out, not able to take it off of Ford. 8 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer is going to air it out. Try to play a carom to Buck. Buck had it, but instead Zulian's going to pick it up now and go. We're under the 2-minute warning. So I won't say a mountain, but certainly an escarpment to climb here for these Snipers here, but we've seen it done. A minute to go in the power play. So great, everyone's going to get a touch, but you got to go to work. Time to go to work. Time for Wes Whitlow to step up. Whitlow, skip pass, floats into the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Sidearm stopped, smothered, and lofted up. Patrick Thompson now going to get it on a hop, and he's going to pull it out, you can bet, and give way to Walker. So Toronto going to try to kill this remainder here as we head to the final minute of play. Buck, 6 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to roll that one into the corner. Pfeiffer's going to go for it, but flip it at the net. Dusty Hill now into the final minute. 50 seconds to go. Poirier trailing by 3. Penalty over, tees back even. Whitlow, that pass knocked down by Bombury. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Shoot the ball, fellas. Shoot the ball as King on a fresh 20. 25 in the game clock. Dump down. Skip. Shot. Great save by Haynes. Oh, my. Windmill to save a goal. Rebound picked up. Haynes again. Haynes again. My goodness, kid's better than the underwear. Whitlow on the kick out. 5 on the game clock. Haynes again. This one's going to go to the wire. It's all done. 4 quarters in the books. The final 15-12 in favor of the Monarchs on a very entertaining week 4 in the Arena Lacrosse League. That will do it for us here on behalf of JVI Productions. Happy New Year. We'll see you for week 5. I'm Lance Wynn. See you then.